Good morning. My name is Jason Blizzard. I am the son of Ken and Melinda, and I wanted to share my story with everyone this morning. As far back as I remember, growing up, I grew up in a good Christian home. We'd go to church every Sunday and Wednesday. I was on the right path, living my life the way I should. And then as I had gotten older in life, I kind of strayed away from that path and got lost in a lot of the worldly things. God was still a part of my life, but He wasn't a priority like it should have been. And it wasn't. I ended up getting married, got 3 wonderful kids, and December of 2019, I started to have trouble swallowing food. And knew something wasn't right, but I was going to put it off and wait a little later till maybe I could get better insurance. And a friend, coworker, said, "No, you need to take care of that now, because if it's something like cancer and it spreads, you could be done." So I had went that night to the emergency room, and they run some tests, and they had come back and said, "Mr. Blizzard, things are not adding up, not looking good. We're going to bring in a specialist here to look at you." And that night he come in and put a camera down in there and says, "Well, Mr. Blizzard, you want the bad news or you want the really bad news?" He says, "You've got cancer. You've got a tumor on your epiglottis blocking 80% of your airwave." Epiglottis is a little flap divides your food from your windpipe, so we can't cut it completely off because we can't cut that out. You kind of need that. But he says the cancer is spread into your neck and the lymph nodes, and right now you've got about a 30% chance of surviving this. And I looked at him and said, "Doctor, wait a minute. I'm only 47 years old. I got a lot more life to live. This can't be it yet." So sorry to say. And they moved me up into that room. This is the midst of COVID. So here I was in the ICU in a room by myself, laying in the bed, looking up at the ceiling, thinking, "Wow, like, is this it, God? Did I do enough to please you? Did I serve you well enough?" And of course, I knew the answer to that. No, I had not been living my life for God in the way God intended me to. And I decided there that if I did make it through that, when I get out of there, I was going to change my way, change my life, and live for Him and make God a priority in my life over the things that I had done. And we went through the surgery, got through the radiation and the chemo, which was difficult, but in the process, my development, my relationship with God got stronger, got into the book. And as it got stronger, I started to desire more of that knowledge, craving more everything that I could know about God, and want to tell people about God, and learn that it wasn't just to know God, but to be able to express it to others, to help people that haven't found God to find God, and to live my life His way and put my life in His hands. And by doing that, it has made life a lot easier. I had struggled with depression, emptiness, wanting to find purpose in life. Used to always wonder, is this all there is to life, and being depressed about it. And since putting everything with God and doing His will and letting Him carve the path, I don't have those questions anymore. I know what my purpose is, and what my goals are in the path. He fills me with purpose and a new life. And the May 13th, 2020 was when I was diagnosed with cancer, and I believe it was like May 15th. They had told me that the scans come back and there's no more cancer. So now I have a second chance that a lot of people didn't have in life. I feel very lucky and fortunate that I do have the opportunity to correct the things, and be able to help myself and others on that path to live for God in His way. It's been very rewarding. But that's pretty much it. Thank everybody for their time. God bless.